The astronaut suddenly discovered in terror that there were black tentacles in his eyes. It seemed like the moment the tentacle realized it had been spotted by the astronaut, it quickly retracted. The tentacle then began moving under the astronaut's skin. It first entered his nose, but after some struggling it realized it couldn't get out, so it continued to crawl beneath the astronaut's skin. This time it reached his mouth. The astronaut was filled with horror and he quickly tried to pull the tentacle out with his hands. But in the next second, a nightmare scared the astronaut. Jess immediately went to the gym to work out, trying to calm himself down. He had been alone in the vast dark space for 2.5 years and he was about to lose his mind. 2 years ago, a purple nebula appeared above Earth. The space agency sent him to collect samples alone. What Jess didn't expect was the closer he got to the nebula, the more bizarre things started happening aboard the spacecraft. First, the vacuum cleaner would suddenly turn on in the middle of the night. At first Jess thought it was just a malfunction, but after checking he found the vacuum was perfectly fine. Then most of the cameras on the ship went offline. Jess reported it to the control center asking if the cameras had been hacked. The control center denied it, but they had no idea what was happening. The strangest thing was one day when Jess was reporting to the control center, a strange voice suddenly came through his headset.
Hello,
Who do I have here?
can I help you?
Who the hell is this?
My apologies.
Jess asked if anyone else on Earth heard it. The ground team replied that it was just him talking to Jess and no one else was around. More eerie events kept happening with 6 months still left until the mission ended. A shadow fell over Jess's heart. He tried calling his wife several times, but she didn't answer. His mood grew increasingly heavy and he started experiencing insomnia. One night, feeling agitated, a strange sound came from the cabin. Though faint in the stillness of space, it was jarring. Jess immediately tensed up and cautiously made his way toward the cabin. When he arrived, he found that the items which were supposed to be in place were now floating in midair. This wasn't the first time this had happened. After putting everything back in its proper place, Jess instantly realized that there had to be something else on the ship besides him. Just as he was pondering, the vacuum cleaner turned on again. Jess cautiously approached to investigate, and to his shock he saw a giant spider next to the vacuum cleaner. Jess jumped back in fright. He quickly slammed the door shut. Jess figured the spider might just be a hallucination brought on by being alone for so long in the confined spacecraft. It was just like the dream he had before. Jess contacted the control center asking them to activate the camera in the vacuum room. The control center said that the camera in the vacuum room had been the first to break. To confirm whether the spider was real, Jess reluctantly opened the door again. To his surprise, the spider was still there. It seemed the intruder on the spacecraft was it. At this point, Jess completely lost it.